Coming to get the shit barrel. Some guy's walking up the trail and he's gonna
morning of day 3. Oh man, I slept like a baby. It was nice and warm outside, and I zipped up this bag like a cocoon or a mummy, and I was warm. Something also about the sound of, a river nearby makes it easy to sleep. Just a wee bit of rain, I heard it during the night. Anyways, it's 6:30. So I'm gonna get up and go make a coffee. Make some coffee, hot cocoa mix. Boiling water. Now use backcountry mocha. Enjoy. Oh, it's actually almost 7. It's 6:45 and nobody else is up. There was quite a few groups here last night. There was a family of 5 from Lethbridge, looked like a family of 5 from Seattle, 3 people from Europe, and 2 of us, and everybody's sleeping in, but everybody's got young kids, so everybody's sleeping in. We have a long day, so I think it's important to get going before 10. I'd like to get going before 9, but that's not going to happen. Sites like this have nice tables. This one dates back to 1993. You can see up there it's been modernized too. Got the food lockers. I'll walk over later and show you the toilets here. It's not even a green throne anymore. It's like the ones on the skyline. It's the modern. I don't like them. I think it's a bad idea, but it's just basically plastic barrels that people poop in, and then they fly out the barrels. I'm gonna go play the role of the mean old drill sergeant or platoon sergeant who wakes up his troops. Coleman, you up?
Yes, sir.
Another glorious day in the Corps, buddy. These miles aren't gonna walk themselves, you know.
All right. Did it rain again last night?
What's that?
Did it rain last night?
Just a wee bit, but the sun's gonna poke over. It's 7 o'clock. The sun's gonna poke over this hill. It's gonna dry everything nicely. We'll get on the trail at 9. You have a glorious day ahead of you. Probably one of the prettiest hikes you'll do in a while. I know you hike in some gorgeous territory, but this is gonna be gorgeous too.
Good morning. You're taking pictures of me before I've got my face on, so.
Well, we're not women. Look at this modern beauty. So, we would have had a pit there, and a pit there, pits there, but now they're going with this concept, and at first they thought it might compost in there, but it doesn't. So, you can see there's handles on there, and they fly in a crew. Helicopter drops off a guy, and the helicopter can hover above here. Then it can slide the barrel out to the end, hook onto it, and fly them out. Who wants that job? Who wants to be the guy that comes and hooks the barrels of crap and flies them out? I have a friend, John, who years ago, they allowed snowmobiles. The park can take snowmobiles out here. They can do whatever they want. They came out here, not to this very spot, but to another similar spot. They came out with snowmobiles, thinking that they would haul out the barrels of crap on snowmobile, that they'd be frozen. So they came out as a crew with snowmobiles and toboggans behind the snowmobiles while the barrels were still wet and sloshing around, because there's so much matter decomposing and it stays warm. So imagine trying to pull one of these, you know, they look like about like 100 gallons, if not more, of crap, liquid crap sloshing around, trying to haul it out on the snowmobile. I'd love to be volunteer. I'd love the opportunity to come snowmobiling in these mountains here, but not for that.
This is the view when you're doing your morning business at Jonas. It's a 3-seater.
Have company while doing your business. Prison style. The purpose of drying my gear is just twofold. One is it's nice to, if you get the opportunity to dry it, so that if it rains all day long when we get to camp, at the next camp we have dry stuff. But secondly, probably the most important reason why I want to dry everything is just to save weight. A wet tarp probably has a pound of water on it, and Eric and I were just talking about that, how some people, you know, he's using an ultralight tent right now, and his gear is wet. It's not a 2-wall tent, and a lot of his gear became wet. And it's silly to try and get your weight down and sacrifice on a tent only to have everything be wet. I mean, that's not comfortable. Plus, if your sleeping bag and your tent and everything is wet, at the end of the day, you're adding, you know, 2 pounds, 3 pounds. So you're sacrificing and gaining it all.
There he is. Coming to get the shit barrel. Some guy's walking up the trail and he's gonna of day 3, just leaving Jonas and heading up into that sun to the pass. Glorious day, absolutely. Look at the sky. Look at our skyline today. Look at the sky. Look at the sky, folks.
You ever have problems with it freezing?
Well, just take it out. Don't discount it. Just put it in your pockets and warm it up, but change it for now. Jonas is over there. This is the first major creek, but I'm just looking here thinking people are stealth camping here for sure. No firing, but there's a trail that goes up that way if you want to explore. All right, let's go cross. We'll go back there and just... There he is over there, hovering over. Hard to see in the video, but he's hovering over. He's bringing 3 empty barrels and he's gonna go and... I have a feeling he'll just drop off the empties somewhere else, and then after that he'll go hook onto the full ones. Just do a quick jaunt and then bring them back. There you go, folks. There's the man bringing the empty barrels for the shit. Poboktan Pass. I'm here. In my opinion, it's only my opinion, but this is the prettiest pass in the park. This has a certain familiarity because Big Bad Marty's been here before. Actually, yesterday when I was telling you guys I was on the shoulder, I was just up there. Had lunch here before. Lay out some gear, get the stuff dried out. Eric took a tumble in the creek, get his pants dried out. Have a little snack. We're not worried because we're going over that, and then we go down a nasty steep decline to John and then Brazeau, so it's all downhill from here. All right, well, I am back at one of my all-time favorite spots. So it's a little lookout overlooking Poboktan Pass. It's actually probably my third time here, but only second time where I've actually stopped at this spot. And just want to do a quick shout out to a couple of people. First of all, I want to do a shout out to my beautiful wife, Karen, who's been with me for 20 years. And she loves to be on these adventures, and she's not with me today. But I love you, honey, and we're not done hiking, so I'll bring you here. Otherwise, I just want to do a quick shout out to some fellow Albertans. First off, Evan Robertson, who hosted us, Eric and I, a couple of days ago. He's the executive chef at his restaurant Market on 17th Ave. So if any of my viewers happen to come to Calgary, swing down to 17th Ave. It's a touristy spot in Calgary. Swing by Market and just go have lunch there or dinner, and mention my name and say hi to Evan. He's also getting into backpacking, so that's the first shout out. The second shout out, fellow Albertan who's been doing a bit to promote this part of the world, is Matt Saint Arnaud, a good French name, although he doesn't speak French, but you can follow him on Matty Outdoors. And so Matty is doing a great job also, and I went hiking with him and it was a real pleasure. I gotta do a quick shout out to Mark Denis. Mark, I can't remember exactly. I think your website is Mark Outdoors, but Mark always puts out a shout out to Maddie and I on his videos, and he's fairly new to hiking, backpacking, but he's doing a solid effort and getting out there. I also want to shout out to Mark Dumont and Dieter. I've never met either of you guys, but I follow you on Facebook, and you guys have done some of the hikes that I enjoy, and your trail reports are top of the line. And Dieter, I've made some comments. You know, I know you hike out here and you got your favorite spots, and I've been trying to figure out some of your favorite spots, and I promise if I discover them, I won't ruin it. So good job. And then I want to do a quick shout out to a different style, but Nick Harlan, not so much into the hiking, although I think he does a bit of hiking, but your canoe rides, you know, your trips down some of these rivers in the mountains here, the North Sask and the Pembina and all those other rivers that you do, totally amazing. For sure, I got to give a shout out to Ben Brochu, pioneer of the pack rafting genre. Ben's good old boy from northern Alberta. He's from Falher, Girouville part of the world. Also a good last French name, although I don't think he speaks French, but he's from where my wife is from. Karen's family is from Falher and Donnelly and that part of the world, so kinship there. And then she hasn't done videos on YouTube in a long time. I think she was known as Joe Mac on YouTube, but and she's Joe Mac on Facebook, Jody McMurray, and her style is a little bit different. She runs these trails rather than hike them. She prefers to run them. She's a long distance endurance runner, I would say. She does these 20 kilometer, 40 kilometer runs with her amazing dog, Brave. And Jody, I appreciate your posts on Facebook because you get to show us some pretty cool places. they're places that I tend to get to, but I get to them in 2 or 3 days, and you get to them in 1 day. I don't know if you've been here, Jody, if you've done the Brazeau Loop, or if you've ran up to Poboktan, but I think it's right up your alley. You'd be able to, you know, start up at Sunwapta like we did and just run up here to this amazing spot. It's only 20 kilometers, and then you can turn around and go back. I think you're the person who could do it. So yeah, so those are the shout outs for my fellow Albertan or transplanted British Columbians. So everybody keep it up. It's a community that I enjoy being part of. I love the outdoor hiking mountain community, and thanks everyone for encouraging me. And of course, I got to give a quick shout out to Eric, who's with me today, brave soul from California. And I'm taking him on a nice journey, and run over to his channel. He's Coleman Outdoors, and give him a little bit of loving and share the appreciation, and I appreciate it. So thanks everyone. He's just a little guy.
Standing as still as he can. He's like, yeah, these fools can't see me. Oh, maybe he is.
What the heck is a gopher doing out here? Lethbridge, popular trail. All right, well, I'll make you famous. Look up, little stumble there. Officially approaching the pass. The technical legal definition of a pass is the low point on a divide, or a separation of two watersheds is a pass. So on one side, behind us, the waters are flowing behind us, and in front, the waters are flowing forward. So we're just leaving the headwaters of Poboktan, and this would be the headwaters of, I believe, John Creek. Welcome to Poboktan. Woohoo! Now we just go down. It's easy.
Awesome.
15 minutes ago, we were at the pass, and everything was gorgeous. Now look at the weather. It's just going to rain like a bugger, and then it'll blow over. That's a bear right there, right there. Luckily he's walking opposite direction. This print's good. Very small bear. Well, that print's interesting. Hey Karen, that's what I'd like in the backyard. Get some big rocks like that, and then a few trees, and maybe put the fire pit right down there. What do you think of that for decorations? That'd be pretty awesome, wouldn't it? There's a different view of it. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh, anybody hear that duck?
There.
We're rushing a little bit. That rain is bearing down on us. Be nice to just get in the trees a little bit. We won't have to wait it out too long, I don't think. All right. Now we start a nasty little descent.
Yeah, this was easy.
This is why those people said, I thought you're nuts if you found this easy coming up this. I'm not interested in coming up this. We're about to get caught in some nasty rain here, and there's not a tree in sight for shelter. So we're walking towards the tree line. We've just got
dried off too.
We've had some really unlucky breaks this week. We've taken breaks at the wrong times, and we stop and it's sunny, and then we start again and it pours rain, and yeah, we can't complain. The break at the pass was awesome.
Come on, trees.
John. We stopped here for a quick lunch. We did good time. We got here at 1 o'clock. Now it's 1:55, so 2 o'clock. We only have 8 kilometers to go. Take us 2.5, 3 hours. We'll be at Brazeau Lake. This one's in the category of extremely fresh. But we're not seeing his tracks on the trail, so he just came out of the woods and just took a crap on the trail. What's right there?
Ah, hey, I'll take that. Although I've got those plastic.
Well, this bridge fared well. Filtering a little bit of water because the river here is very silty. Little afternoon break. We just found a bunch of strawberries. Our first view of the lake actually extends way over there,
Oh my gosh.
so it does go a long ways.
See that? Woo. That's huge. We're not talking.
No, it's one of the bigger backcountry lakes. Some of you folks will remember last time I came out here, I walked out onto that pile and then I did a panorama from on top of it. The variety of mushrooms on this trail is incredible. I mean, here's some more. I don't know what those are. Everywhere, like those ones there. These slimy ones don't look edible, but
Oh, it's like a giant pancake.
yeah. Let's see. Let's point some, whatever that red one is.
Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of those too.
That's interesting. This one with the funny hat. 2 of those. These little ones look edible, but I'm not an expert. Then there's, where else? Things like these little guys. That one's different. That one. Those ones. Somebody want to tell me? Look at that. This, I don't know, that doesn't look edible. Nope, puffy, making smoke. I'm gonna eat something like that. Is that edible? Yeah. Yeah. We had those great big ones that were overturned. I'm just gonna pause and start again in a second. That. There's another one there. If any of you guys watching this know something about mushrooms, tell me whatever time at the bottom there. Tell me at what time what mushrooms look edible or edible. And then I'll bring them back for you, and then you can eat them, and if you don't die, then I'll believe you. What is that thing?
Something like a shiitake
Yeah.
mushroom.
See the camp or the lake through there, but the shore of the lake is a cliff, so we're skirting it and coming a lot higher. That's interesting. Camp is just over there somewhere, so we're going around because we got to cross the river, the outlet river. Look at this cliff. Oh, you folks who wonder if I believe in Sasquatch, only a Sasquatch would do something like that. Well, this is one of the forks of the Brazeau River. Lots of windfall here, but it's all wet, so we need some dry stuff. Randy from Drayton Valley doesn't mess around. Look at the saw he brought. Not his first rodeo. There's plenty of deadfall around here, but it's all green, so it's going to help to have that. And then we can throw the odd green one in. Awesome. Anything you want to say to the camera? I'm making famous. You're tired, yeah. Well, look at the arms on him. He works in this industry.
Yeah, that's right.
He's used to using a chainsaw.
Randy here is
probably.
from Drayton Valley, and he was showing me. So this is the lady in Drayton Valley who makes it. What's her name? What's her brand?
Another Bite backpacker.
Another Bite backpacker. So it's a whole new. So it's a home business kind of thing, and she's
Right.
trying to get started out.
Yeah.
And then she's got a website, Yvonne Jean at live.com, and there's a phone number. But do you know if she sells online?
I'm not really sure. I just called her up and went to her place.
Yeah. We're just saying, once we're all settled in, everything's good. Boiling water and having mac and cheese today. Eric's having,
Spicy chicken
yep,
curry.
just gotta change it up every day. Last night was the rice, today is the mac and cheese. Tomorrow for lunch I'm having my oysters. I forgot I had those oysters. Wow, somebody's ambitious. Somebody brought a whole bottle of moonshine out here.
This is the best part of hiking. Meeting new people on the trail. And she's from Plamondon. Bonjour. And Randy's from Drayton Valley.
Yeah.
Where are you from originally?
A little town called Wildwood, which is...
I know exactly where Wildwood
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I lived in Edson for years.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a nice fire.
Yes, it is.
Plan is to stay up and watch if there's some shooting stars tonight. That's our view tonight.
That would make a little more sense.
We're having good stories around the campfire right now. We're all waiting anxiously for it to get darker so we can see the stars.
Yeah, that's good enough. Let me get these clothes I dropped out.
All right, we're gonna stay up late, but to watch the meteor shower, but the clouds just rolled in.
And the moon wasn't much help either.
No, there's a full moon. Let me see if I can snap it. That's a full moon.
All right, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so day three. Day three's in the bag. We hiked from Jonas. We had an interesting day. We left Jonas this morning around 9:30. Had to climb up to Poboktan, and then from Poboktan down to John, and then down to where the creek dumps into Brazeau, and then followed the shores of the lake on the west shore, and then crossed over the river, and then right here. And then when we got here, there was two other parties, and then we got joined by a third party, a group from Drayton Valley, Randy and his wife Tanya and their friend. And So great conversation by the fire. We were going to stay up late as much as possible. It's 11:30 right now. We wanted to watch the shooting star show, the meteorite shower, but the clouds came in. So anyways, it's night 3, and good night, everyone.
Another night of rain. It just never ends. Rain, rain, rain every day. Now some of you folks wanted to hear rain on the tent because you think it sounds nice.